Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Power Mac G4. So today I thought we are going to be installing macOS 10. And not only that, but also going to be installing OS 9. And I thought, installing OS 10 Tiger or OS 10 Leopard or Panther or whatever, it's pretty boring. So we're going to up it up a bit. We're going to be installing macOS 10 Jaguar server on this, because yes, when this computer came out, it shipped with Jaguar, and just the Jaguar would be pretty boring as well. But so I thought, I haven't seen a lot of old macOS 10 server videos on YouTube, so let's make some of that. So first of all, let's see what has changed since the last video, and I'm also going to give you a bit of a tour of the hardware. So let's just turn on the light here. So on the back I've added that Ethernet card from that junk PC, and this is the ATI Radeon 9000 Pro. We have two USB ports, two 5R ports, an Ethernet port, modem, amplified speaker port, and just speaker port, and the Wi-Fi antenna for the airport, and of course the power. So to open up a Power Mac G4 is just really simple. This is one of my favorite designs actually of the Power Mac G4. You just do this and there it is, the whole hardware. So inside there is that Ethernet card, and I've actually added two more sticks of RAM, two 512 sticks of Kingston DDR1. So this has brought this machine up to 1.5 gigabytes of RAM, which is actually the maximum for OS 9, but the actual maximum of this machine is 2 gigabytes, and I'm going to be replacing those two sticks with those two 256 sticks with like two 512 sticks. So we're going to be maxed out on the RAM. And yes, the clip is missing on one of the RAM slots, but that doesn't seem to affect it. Also, I've added another hard drive, that 7 gig hard drive from the junk PC, and my own 200 gig hard drive. So that's going to be a hard drive for Leopard, but as I said, installing that is pretty boring, so I'm not going to bore you with that. So yes, and other than that, that's really it. That's all there is to it. So we are going to be installing macOS 10 10.2 server, which is quite exciting. But the problem is, of course, I don't have any CDs to burn the server image on. Of course, I could just use, a flash drive or something, or an external hard drive, but that isn't fun. That's not how we do things here. So instead, I'll be using this. Yep, BDRE. This and some of this, and a Blu-ray drive from my main computer, to try and burn a Blu-ray of OS 10 10.2. How well is that going to work? I have no freaking idea. Anyway, let's take out the Blu-ray drive from my main computer and try and connect this up and see what happens. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, but this USB card is dead. It is recognized by the Mac, and I can plug in the flash drive and it will work, but as soon as you start transferring any files from it or start reading anything from it, it just completely crashes everything. And I've put it into my computer, into my actual computer, and it wouldn't even start with this card. So yeah, this card is definitely screwed. Was it because I put it on my carpet like that? Probably not. It was probably screwed from the very beginning. So yeah, I thought I was just going to tell you that. Some other thing is Look what I have. An SSD. But it's a SATA one. So in the future, maybe I could get some SATA card and put this SSD into it. That will be fun. Now remember, this USB bus on this Power Mac is USB 1.1. We couldn't get the USB 2.0 card to work, so it's going to be USB 1.1. So it is going to be slow as heck. So here's the setup. Here's a Blu-ray drive connected to the external hard drive enclosure, which is then connected to the Power Mac. So let's boot it up and see what happens. Oh, of course, as always, it's not actually plugged in. Attempt number 2. That's better. First of all, let's see if it even recognizes the Blu-ray drive. So it opens up. Yes. But does it recognize it? Let's go to Apple System Profiler. Disk burning. And there it is. Band support, yes, but it's unsupported and it's connected via USB and it doesn't even list Blu-ray anywhere here, so that might be a problem, but we'll see what we can do. Now let's go to the captured view of this, because me pointing camera at the screen isn't really the best way to show this. Alright, so let's try and put an actual BDRE disk in the drive and see if it even recognizes it as a disk. I'm putting in the disk, and well, let's see what happens. So far, not much. Okay, nothing's happening. I don't have a prompt about an empty disk. I don't have a prompt about an full disk. Oh no, there we are. Look at that. Read-only CDRW. Unformatted. So, if we choose macOS and enter server and press burn, okay, just open up that other drive. That's not. Okay, it says ready to burn. Now, if I ruin my BDRE disk with this, I'm going to be slightly pissed. So actually, because this shows up as a USB drive, 26.8 gigabyte USB drive, let's actually reboot into Leopard and see if maybe it recognizes it as a Blu-ray drive. Because Tiger is probably a bit too old. So yeah, let's do just that. Let's actually go to System Preferences, Startup Disk, 10.5.8. You've seen nothing there? Yes, I already tried installing OS 9 on this, okay? But we are going to be reinstalling this because there's actually something I want to show you. How to actually install OS 9 on these 2003 MDDs. So let's reboot into Leopard and see what's going to go on there. Okay, so as soon as Leopard booted up, it just ejected the CD, which is not very nice. So let's close that. See what it actually says about the drive now. Does it even say Blu-ray? No, it doesn't say Blu-ray anywhere. Oh no, BD right. It does say it, BD right. Alright, so we're in the better territory. You inserted a blank BD. Nice. Okay, let's open disk utility then. Okay, so yeah, your best bet is Leopard burning Blu-rays, because Tiger doesn't even know what a Blu-ray is, apparently, even though it's 10.4.11. It's the latest version, but for some reason it doesn't even know. Anyway, so now I'm gonna find the image. Just drag it in. And let's press burn. Ready to burn. Alright, so burn. Will this work? Will this just screw everything up? I don't know. While we're at it, hopefully I can do this while this is doing its thing. Let's erase the OS 9 drive. Because I'm going to be showing you how to do that. This could not unmount disk. Okay, yeah, probably shouldn't do this while it's trying to burn. Let's try unmounting it this way. Well, that worked. Well, let's try erasing now. Ah, shit. It ejected the disk. The burn failed because of medium write error. Well, I figured that would happen. Damn it! Can we not do this? Come on. Cooperate with me, Blu-ray drive. I figured that would happen, so I do have a CDRW on hand, but, you know, I thought I'd make this interesting by using a Blu-ray drive, but apparently no. That's just not going to work. Let's try burning again. Maybe my erasing disk fricked it up or something. Oh, it's writing track. It's doing it. It's doing so. It was my erasing the disk that fricked it up, probably. Or maybe it's gonna just error out somewhere here. I don't know, because well, it's doing something. Definitely doing something. Well, let's just wait and see what's gonna go on. It's almost done. It's closing session. Yeah. Almost done. Now, just to get this out of the way, I already burned the OS 9 image. It's not going to be on Blu-ray because that most likely will not boot off of Blu-ray, but basically for the OS 9 image that will boot on these MDDs, you have to go to Mac OS 9 Lives and just enter into Google like Universal OS 9. And it's pretty much going to be the first link. So this is the place where I got the Universal OS 9 image from. It's quite good. It has all the updates and all the stuff on it. So if you download just that, you should be fine with your OS 9 goodness. But so now it's verifying the disk. Let's skip that. I can't afford to waste any more time. Okay, so it ejected it. Now let's just close that and see what it says about all this. Will it recognize it? Will it recognize it as the volume it can boot from? That's a completely different question. We can go to startup disk once this reads it. macOS 10 server install CD. Alright. Welcome to macOS 10 server. Install. Restart. Well, we're not going to click that because clicking it from Leopard probably will screw something up. So let's go to startup disk and see if it shows up. It does not. Well then, let's just try rebooting and holding your option key and hoping for the best. And hope it comes up in 1360 by 768, because if not, I'm screwed. Because stupid capture card. And, well, we're in a bootloader. That's a nice sign, but all we have is Tiger HD. It's reading it. Okay! Nice! We do have macOS 10 server install CD. So let's boot from it. when this stops freaking. Freaking PowerPC bootloader always takes a million years to detect everything. Okay? And let's boot in the verbose mode just for fun of it. I'm holding Command V if you're interested. That's the verbose mode. And this is going to be slow as heck. Why am I even doing this? If I have a CD, well, fun. Because it's fun. And there you go. For some reason it says ATI Radeon 8500. That's not right. But then again, this is the 10.2 version of the install CD, and this Bar Mac came out with version 10.2.6, I think. So that means that this shouldn't even know what this Bar Mac is. But because the 2003 single 1.25 GHz MDD is actually a re-release of an older model, it actually works. Also, I'm not sure if it got the boot device because, well, shit. Can it even start from USB? Something tells me that no, it cannot. Because, yep, still waiting for a device. Okay, well, shit. So much for that, so much of that freaking waiting for it to say this. Bloody hell. Well, I have another option. I actually have a CD of it, so let's just use that, because I can't be bothered trying to figure out what's wrong, and maybe newer versions of OS 10 will boot from USB, but this one doesn't. So let's turn this off, turn it back on, hold the mouse button and option. Now, you know, this actually doesn't even make any freaking sense. Because, well, the bootloader recognizes the CD, which means it obviously can boot from it, but for some reason the macOS 10.2 probably just doesn't support booting from USB. Well, so much for that. I need to freaking disassemble my computer just so I can get the freaking Blu-Ray drive. Now it's useless. Piece of shit. And now it's not even recognizing anything. That's not a good sign. It's still thinking. It's thinking no more. Well, let's try again. The CD drive spun up. Okay, 7 install CD. There we go. And now I have to wait for the freaking... again, for this. Come on, you already recognized it once before. Is it really taking that freaking long to enumerate stuff? I really don't understand this bit. I mean, what is it actually doing? Like, seriously. Intel Macs, they take freaking boom 1 second to show everything up. Whereas this, just... I don't understand what it's actually doing. And why is it taking so long to recognize the leopard? Why? Why have you showed up so freaking late? Damn it. Come on. This is torture. Finally! Okay, so now let's boot into Verbose again. This time it should be much faster because this is actually an IDE drive. And there we go. Well, so much for that Blu-ray nonsense I tried doing. As you can see, got BSD root instantly. Disk 4, S1, S9. What? What the hell? What? What's going on? What? It showed up in 1080p. I think something isn't right here. macOS 10 server. This is taking longer than I thought it would, and for some reason it switched to 1080p. Even though it booted in 3060 by 768, so this is gonna fuck everything up. And you're gonna be seeing only 30 FPS from this, because this capture card really doesn't like changing resolutions. And I do mean really doesn't like changing resolutions. No matter what I tried, it would not work in 720p. I have to set it to 1360 by 768 in order for it to work. Let's use English for the main language. Sorry, I had to do that. Can't even do that. Continue. Welcome to the macOS 10 server installer. Yes, finally. So, this is what the 10.2 installer looks like. So, up here we don't have the sort of utilities and all that stuff there. We only have installer, and we can open this utility from here. That's how it was in the old days. Oh, holy crap. It's actually turning the transparency on. Because yes, macOS 10 at that point in time actually had transparency. I mean, look, it has window title transparency. Well, I can't show you now anymore because, well, yeah, whatever, you can see it right there. So, let's see. There's that drive, and here's how disk utility looked before. Let's erase that and call it Jaguar Server HD. No macOS Extended journal yet, so we only have macOS Extended. Or you can format in macOS Standard. Why? I don't know. You cannot choose install macOS 9 drivers for some reason, but that's probably for the best. Let's erase that. Jaguar Server HD. Now we have something to install on. Okay, so let's see. Supported computers. Macintosh 7 G4, Palm Mac G4, Palm Macintosh G3, iMac or eMac, but it doesn't say anything about Macintosh 7 G3. That's a bit interesting. Those do exist. At least 128 megabytes of RAM. Well, we have plenty of that, so let's just continue on. Well, okay, I've never seen this before. RAM disk. That's weird. macOS Macintosh HD. You can only install macOS 10 Server on this without changing your install settings. A newer version of macOS 10 install. Well, at least it knows that. Let's install on Jaguar Server HD. Now, we don't have any other disks from the server package, but I think you can just install everything with just one CD. So let's just get rid of, damn it, get rid of the localized files and install. Prepare a new disk. Yep, this is how macOS install looked before it was really changed in Leopard. And of course, it doesn't look like anything anymore because it's just restore disks. Yeah, I really don't like the way macOS 10 does things now. Or OS 10. It's not even macOS 10 anymore. So yeah, like El Capitan, all of that stuff, I don't really like it. So let's just wait until this installs. Okay, that installed pretty damn fast, actually. So, computer will restart in 20 seconds. Let's just restart it. Let's see if it will fuck up the resolution again. Hold Option. And it totally fucked up everything. Oh my god. Yes, so this is what happens when you don't have auto adjust. Because this is a capture card. Yeah. Okay, so we have strangely untitled disk, and it's still going on. Holy crap. Oh my god. Finally. So let's just boot that. Hope it's the server. Unfortunately, we're not going to see the Jaguar intro video because this is the server. Okay. Alright. macOS 10 server. Because this is how it was like in the days of Windows XP and stuff. Because, yeah, this came out in 2002. So this was right around when XP came out. Well, a year after. Okay, welcome to the macOS 10 Server Assistant. Click the right arrow to continue. So let's see what sort of things we can set up in the server. Let's see if it'll even recognize that second Ethernet card I have. Oh, of course. This is a server, so it needs serial numbers. Well, so we got through that. So name, administrator. Sounds good. Short name, admin. Password. I need to have a password, so let's just use that. Networking, hostname, Macintosh. No, I don't want to do that. Yep, that looks right. Built-in Ethernet. Okay, so to configure, first select type of services to use on each installed port. As you can see, we only have built-in Ethernet, so I don't think it recognizes the PCI card, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, I sort of skipped through that, but this is just setting the IP, so nothing much. Okay, so we can start services shown below without additional configuration. We can have Apple File Service, Print Service, Web Service, for macOS 8 or 9 clients, Mail Service and QuickTime Streaming Server. I don't really want any of that, so let's just click Continue. And I do need to create QuickTime Streaming Server administrator name for some reason, so let's just enter qtadmin and the password. Let's just choose where I am. Nope, that's not right. Damn it. Yep. Time and date. Yep, seems right to me. And here is the sort of configuration which you can actually save. As configuration settings .txt, interestingly enough. Not .rtf. Can't save it on desktop. Well, because it probably didn't create the account yet, so crap. What the hell? What? Root. What? Crap. Let's just save it on Jaguar Server HD. And go ahead. One moment, please. Server Assistant is configuring your server. But that's pretty much how it is how it was up until the Leopard server. You had to go through this when you first boot up the server. But now the server is this just weird application sort of thing that you download from App Store. Okay, open Directory Assistant. Use permanent IP address and subnet. Temporary IP address and subnet. So, okay. Start. Sure. Restart all by itself. Without me having to press Option, hopefully. Well, something isn't quite right. It's not restarting. Okay, as soon as I freaking stopped the capture, it actually showed up. So my capture card is to blame, so whatever. We are at the login screen now, so we're just gonna enter admin and the password. And we are logging in. Let's immediately change the resolution because this just isn't going to work. Oh my god, displays. 1360 by 768. Phew. Much nicer resolution. I can actually see stuff. Anyway, so yes, here is 10.2 server. As you can see, it's regular 10.2. detects the processor as 1.2 GHz PowerPC G4. And actually, here's the interesting thing. It detects this PowerMac as PowerMac 3.3, not 3.6, which is what it actually is. And here's how Apple System Profiler looked. It's pretty much a copy of OS 9 System Profiler. As you can see, all the applications are dated 2002. So yes, this is macOS 10.7 from 2002. What can it do? Well, I'll probably leave that for another video because this has gone on long enough. So let's just now install OS 9. So I already have the universal image on the disk. So I'm just gonna put that disk in. Okay. So here it is. macOS 9 lives. This is the OS 9 install disk. So let's hope that startup disk recognizes it as a bootable disk. Yep, so I don't have to press Option. And let's restart into OS 9.2.2. Okay, we having something. We are having a Happy Mac. Nice. And in proper resolution as well, which is really, really good. And there it is, macOS 9, the well-tempered macOS. So yeah, this is a sort of custom build of macOS 9. But the thing is, it's very easy to install. You just burn the image on the disk and install without fuss, because it's actually quite hard to find the OS 9 images for your specific computer. I couldn't find the install disks that would work on my MDD. I did actually find a disk that would start up, but then it would say that this cannot be installed on this computer, which doesn't make any freaking sense. But yeah, that's how it is. So after this starts up, it decides to change the resolution for some freaking reason. Fantastic. Why did you do that, you piece of shit? Okay, so yes, it brings up this README with steps to install and the drive setup instantly. Let's go to control panels, change this stupid resolution. So anyway, here we have drive setup. As you can see, I have two freaking mini drives. Here's our untitled drive that is for macOS 9. Let's press initialize. Custom setup. We can choose 1 partition, 2 partition, 8 partitions. macOS VFS, macOS Server VFS, default MK Linux, preferred MK Linux, preferred Linux PowerPC, default A/UX. Holy crap. Okay, none of that will probably work, but wow. That's quite a choice. But we're gonna just go for macOS Extended and 1 partition. Okay. Initialize. Select disk can be used as a setup disk only for PowerPC computers. Okay. Hopefully I'm erasing the right one. Alright, so here it is, untitled. Let's just name that OS 9 HD. Alright, now let's just get rid of that. And then all you do is go to macOS 9 Lives and launch Apple Software Restore. And switch the disk until you find your OS 9 HD. And erase and restore. This operation will erase the volume and put macOS 9 lives.image on it. Proceed? Yes. And that's how easy it is. It's pretty much just as easy as installing OS 10. And it does that really awesome sound when it completes and successfully restored. So after that's done, it's going to rename your volume to macOS 9 lives. So just rename that back. OS 9 HD, and we can reboot right into OS 9. Okay, and so here it is. Choose OS 9 HD and boot right from it. Right into OS 9. Fucking hell. Change the resolution again. Damn it. Maybe it didn't. I can't even tell anymore. And well, for any of you who are wondering, this is how OS 9 setup looks like. Yeah, this is really annoying because, well, you choose all that stuff, yeah, with these awesome sounds. And it doesn't work half of the time. So yeah, but, well, you can't skip this. Well, you actually can. Just press Apple quit and it quits. Yeah, and it changed the resolution again. God damn it. Let's change that to 1360 by 768, please. Alright. Good. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.